So I shared this yesterday after I saw a Cleveland Browns fan go viral. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, boy, you think a new stadium in Kansas for the Chiefs, or the Royals for that matter, but let's stick to the Chiefs for now with the NFL. You think a new stadium in Kansas for the Chiefs is going to be about the regular fan? Think again. Not a shot. So this fan went viral, as he said here, with the Cleveland Browns getting set to have a new stadium. His 6 season tickets will go from about $24,000 a year to $131,000 in year one. That's an increase of $106,000. Now, this is mostly driven by a PSL, a personal seat license. Think about it like joining a country club. You have to put down money, a bond, just a one-time payment to basically have the right to join the club, and then you pay your annual or monthly dues. That's basically what a personal seat license is, and NFL teams around the country have done this. I remember when the Jets and the Giants opened up their new stadium, MetLife, about almost 20 years ago now. That was a big controversy there, and it's been going on ever since. It's basically like a one-time payment, country club-style system that's just a cash grab. That's what it is. Now, I'm a capitalist. Free market can reign. But let's be honest. It's not about the average fan when you enter into a PSL. It's a quick, easy cash grab to try to fleece fans. And as much as teams have a right to do it, and you have a right to pay it or not, if you think that the Chiefs are going to open up a brand new stadium in Kansas and not strongly consider something like this, you are kidding yourself. Cleveland is a similar size market, and the Browns have blown for 30 years. What do you think the Chiefs might do? And let's be honest, the Chiefs, even if they don't want to do it, will be pressured to do it because other teams have done it. It's kind of a bad look if you're maybe one of the few fan bases or few teams that does not have this PSL when it's going on all around the country in new stadiums. So while I also will admit a renovated Arrowhead may also come with increased prices, I believe, and from what I'm hearing, if a stadium were to move to Kansas, it would probably be 15,000 fewer seats than the current 78,000 and change that exist at Arrowhead. So if that's true, what happens to supply and demand? 15,000 fewer seats means what? Theoretically, assuming demand remains the same, pricing goes up. That's just without any PSLs. That's without the team increasing prices. Just naturally, the prices will go up if you get 15,000 fewer seats in the stadium, which is what I'm hearing the Chiefs would do if they consider the Kansas side or move to the Kansas side of the state line. And already, let's be honest, it's not cheap to go to a game. You're paying almost $60 for parking. Tickets are expensive. They've gone up the last couple of years for season ticket holders. All that stuff is true. But it will only go up further if you go to the Kansas side, and it's not going to be about the average fan. Instead, what it's going to be is about the business side, the suite side. It's going to be about getting more corporate engagement, less regular fan engagement. And this has happened to professional sports over the last generation. But it will be noticeably expedited in a move to the Kansas side. So let's take a step back then and look at what this would actually be. A star bond with extra tax revenue paying off the stadium that then will be able to charge the regular fan more money or basically take the regular fan out of the stadium completely. For what? For what? The product's the same. What, to maybe say you have a Super Bowl one time in city history? To maybe sit there and have one Final Four every 20 years? To maybe get a concert that you otherwise would not get? For what? What does it do for the average fan? Not the owners, not the politicians, the average fan. And there's no answer to that, John, because there is no benefit for the average fan.
Yeah, I was trying to call. My dad had club-level seats some years back. He's passed. But when they were doing the remodel, I thought they had done a PSL, but I think what they did was they told him you had to renew for 3 years, not just year to year, 3 or 5 years. And he was like, I'm not doing either. The price was going to be the same. It was just going to be dispersed over 3 years, so it would be that much more per 3 or spread out a little more over 5. And so that's not a PSL per se, but they have already kind of stuck it to club level people already.
That's interesting. So, yeah, and that was going back, 20 years now. 06 is when they did that.
Way back,
yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about going to enclose the club level, and so they were filling you with all the great ideas that were going to happen, which have come to pass. But
Well, see, and I don't even hate that because it's kind of like, hey,
it's part of the remodel.
Yes.
You get it.
I understand that.
Yeah.
And if that was only for that club level, which, like you said, was getting enclosed at the time and there were perks and benefits to being there, okay, I mean, I can see that. You're just getting 3 years worth of tickets. You got to lock them in.
Well, they went up substantially,
yes,
for sure.
And they went up a lot, too. But that doesn't bother me nearly as much as this PSL model.
Yeah.
Which is a one-time, easy cash grab. That's what it is.
I go to like a bookstore, right? Are you a member? No, I'm not paying you money so that I can get discounts and come in and have to earn back my money. That's kind of what it's like in some of these retail clubs.
Well, and credit cards do the same thing, right? Yeah. I mean, it's kind of part of the model now. But the difference is here, there's no discount on the tickets after you spend money on the PSL. No. You're just getting the right to spend the money on the tickets.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So this is, to me, just another example of what's happening in Cleveland that ties into Kansas City to say, if any of this you think is about the regular fan, and there's still a lot of regular folks who do have season tickets around Arrowhead Stadium. There are plenty of them that have had them for years or decades that exist all over that stadium. You see them all the time. You go out to a game. There will be thousands of people priced out. And while the politicians will go out there and tell you how great of a deal this is, and we got the Chiefs to Kansas, you know what? The average Kansas voter is not going to be able to reap any of those benefits or go to a game anyway. So what are you really bragging about? Who are you really bragging on behalf of? The politicians, in many ways, will show how out of touch they are on both sides of the political aisle if the team does make the move. They'll act like they're in touch with the common man and woman when they're actually showing you how out of touch they are with the common man and woman. Don't fall for it.